Hello everyone, welcome back to Anime Hustle. As we saw in the previous video, the stages of the development of Shinchi, as well as the death of his mother and girlfriend Kana. He became a strong person with cold feelings. Now Shinchi has returned to his school, but he became very sad because of his frequent thinking about the death of his mother and girlfriend. Monora, the Shinichi girl, has a doubt about the existence of a relationship between him and his girlfriend Kana. She believes he was a traitor because he was the person who handed her body to the police. Shinchi tried to tell her the truth until he knew that he was not a traitor and that he still loves her, but she did not listen to him and separated him from him. Ryoko with her friends was at a meeting trying to find out the way the parasite who killed Kana. Ryoko said she is pregnant with a human child and she will soon give birth and told them that she will use an investigator to monitor the Shinchi movements. The investigator was watching Shinchi. One day, Shinchi went to the scene of the accident that Kana died in. The investigator was watching him. Shinchi saw him taking pictures of him and the investigator saw Shinchi's transformed hand. Migi attacked the investigator and tried to kill him, but Shinchi tried to stop him until Migi's tiredness and could not kill him. The investigator escaped and left the camera behind him. Shinchi was afraid that someone would discover the truth. He resorted to his friend who looks like, and they went to search for the investigator until they found him. They told him all the truth, but on the condition that he does not tell anyone. They threatened it. They told him that his boss she also a parasite. The investigator was very afraid and decided to obey them. Shinchi was contacted by Ryoko and told him that she wanted to meet him. They met and she was carrying a child in her hands. Shinchi asked her why she made a human investigator watching me. This would be a danger to us. I told him that the ruler is also a parasite like us and we must all coexist with these things. At this moment, Shinchi remembered his mother and said he could never forgive them and seemed angry. I mocked him and laughed at his words. Shinchi is more angry and told her that he would kill her. She threatened her child. Shinchi surrendered and did nothing. The investigator returned to his home one day and found his wife and son killed. Tamiya sacrificed him after she learned that he did not succeed in his mission. Tamiya held a meeting with her friends again to think about how to get rid of Shinchi. I decided to send 3 parasites to his school. Migi felt the parasites close to him. Shinchi went to face them. Migi told him that he wanted to sleep and does not want to fight. Shinchi decided to escape parasites and not to confront them. But my parasite came behind and said to him, I am tired, why did you escape from me a lot? Shinchi was afraid and fled. The parasite tried to follow it, but it is very slow. Shinchi rode in another car and fled again, but the parasite does not leave it. 4 hours after trying to escape, Migi woke up. Migi Shinchi told him that it is not a single parasite, that they are 3. The surprise is that the 3 in one body in his head and 2 in each hand. The battle started Shinchi a lot and Migi is also tired. Shinchi felt that he would lose and decided to escape again. The parasite tried to follow it, but it is still slow. But the problem is that Shinchi is very tired and cannot afford it and cannot escape and decide to face the parasite. Shinchi Ali Migi suggested that the parasite be faced from his foot because he has doubts that he presented him human. But the parasite appeared again and when he jumped fell. Migi decided a striker, but the surprise was not human. The parasite mocked them, took advantage of the opportunity and attacked Ali Shinchi to kill him, but before his arms, they shocked each other. Shinchi was about to die. Migi realized that this parasite cannot control his body and cannot be consistent with all organs. Migi told Shinchi that he would go to the forest. The trees will be a shield for us. Shinchi will run everywhere and make the parasite think he is victorious, and in one moment, he attacked him and he already beheaded. At this moment, Migi shocked. Shinchi was surprised and told him that we won. Migi said to him, I did not win. The parasite, whose place was in the man's hand, found it to the man's brain and became 5 parasites. Shinchi was amazed and knew he would die. Meiji did not feel the presence of the 5 parasites from the first time because the person who was in the head was controlling 2 others and was unable to control them properly. As for the new president, he is the head of the leadership and the intercession, he is conservative. His movements were very strong and difficult. Shinchi was very afraid. The rulers blow everywhere until Shinchi was able to get out of the forest to escape. He found a car and went up to him, and the ruler ran behind him very quickly and reached them and climbed the car. Shinchi noticed a car coming from afar and decided to implement a plan and already managed to escape and survive. On the other hand, the investigator went to inform the police of the killing of his wife and son, and at the same time he kept watching Tamiya until he learned of her place of residence. Tamiya returned and did not find her son, but I found a letter written in her, "If you want your son, you must come to the Hikari Park." She saw the girl of Shinchi. Tamiya decided to walk behind her until they reached the park. I met the investigator Tamiya and threatened her with the child, and I think she was a being who had no feelings, but she defended the child and issued a strange mark. He felt this mark Shinchi. The investigator fell and died and the police came. I met Tamiya Sanisi and told him that they were creatures like them weak. Please do not think that we eat humans for no reason, but for the sake of staying. The police came and shot it, but they were not interested in anything but to protect the child and hand him over to Shinchi. Shinchi was afraid, but Tamiya turned to his mother's shape. Shinchi decided to take the child from her and then died. Tamiya. Shinchi remembers his mother. Shinchi girl came to the place of shooting quickly. Shinchi saw her and then cried. All things have returned to normal. The police decided to verify the case more. Bring someone from prison that can distinguish between parasites and humans from their eyes and decided to use it as a weapon. Bring Shinchi because they want to know whether it is a parasite or not. They put them in a separate location on their own. He started looking at strange looks. Shinchi looked afraid. He told the police that he is human, not a parasite. They took Shinchi to the school and his girlfriend was crying because she was sad and afraid of him. Suddenly, the place turned into blood, and indeed they went to the governor's headquarters and his name is Goto. They developed a great plan. They evacuated humans from the form of groups. These groups have sensors around them and also radiation to uncover their body. Thus they can know who the parasite is and kill it. The first parasite was a female and he hit him in her heart, then she died. In these moments, some parasites were moving outside the place. In order to know the police system and destroy it, a battle that started with the first fire shot occurred. Some fire shots came in the police and destroyed them. The leader decided to go to himself to see from the parasite and from the human. And everywhere a massacre and all parasites died, only one, which is Goto. When the leader saw it, he was dismayed and fled. The rest of the teams are trying to hit Goto, but all attempts were unsuccessful. He collects the bullets that come to his body and throw it on it. The policeman works behind the leader. The rest of the teams went to fight Goto, but they were unable to get rid of him, but on the contrary, they all died and only a leader left. Goto took off the leader's head and met her away. Goto descended from above and Shinchi said to him, "I will not kill you this time," and she has pledged to kill him next time. Shinchi, whenever he saw him, feel panic. He met his girlfriend and met himself inside her bosom, but she repelled him, and this is the time he needs it. And he went to it at night and reconciled. Shinchi decided to get rid of Goto. He rode a car and stood in front of Goto on the road. The car exploded, but Goto was not affected. Shinchi fled to the forest. Migi has a plan to separate his body from Shinchi, but this plan is dangerous if it does not return to Shinchi's body. In fact, Goto came and thought that Shinchi was hiding behind the tree. But this was Migi. Shinchi was standing elsewhere. Wait for the right moment to throw the spear on Goto with a fire. He takes advantage of this opportunity and baffles the Goto head. Unfortunately, Migi could not completely separate his head. Migi told him to flee, "I will die." This was the moment of the separation of Shinchi and Migi. Shinchi tried to escape, but fell into the river. He kept screaming and crying for pain. It is very sad. He found an old lady and sat in her home a little to rest, then returned to eliminate Goto. He went very and continued to search for him until he found him asleep. Shinchi attacked him, but Goto was not affected. Goto woke up and Shinchi rapidly escaped. Goto, Shinchi, tried to attack him, but he was not affected by Moto. Goto is a blow and Shinchi fell away. Shinchi in pain. Goto is close to eliminating it. Shinchi remembers Goto. Pick the ground from the ground and Stabu. It cannot resist Goto. Shinchi fled. Goto Jin is crazy and returned to Shinchi. Migi's surprise, which was able to stick to Zinchi again, thanks to Hudata, who stabbed Shinchi Goto because she was full of toxins. Toxins made all parasites on the Goto body want to escape so as not to die due to toxins. It cannot resist Goto. Migi attacked him and killed him. Thus, the Shinchi story ended. While Shinchi sleeps a dream about Migi, he tells him goodbye, "My friend, I will leave you forever." I suffered a lot because I will leave your arm forever. Shinchi woke up sad to meet Migi. Shinchi's life is very normal, but will life remain normal for a long time, or will it return to the coup upside down again? He met the murderer and was looking at Shinchi. Shinchi asked his girlfriend to stay in place and faster behind the killer. Shinchi found the killer with him and threatened him. He took it on the roof of the building, and there were 2 other people, and killed them in front of her eyes. Shinchi went to him and continued to talk a lot. His sweetheart cried, then smiled at him, and this was a message to Zinchi that she would die. The killer put calm on the neck of Minora and Shinichi quickly. The murderer took Mana Ra and started attacking Shinchi. Shinchi put his arm as a taste, hit him, held his girlfriend, and used Migi. And for Al-Muji, no longer exists. He saw his girlfriend falling in front of his eyes, and he could not possess his nerves, but he looked again and found himself carrying it at this moment. He knew this was Migi. Hold his girlfriend and smiled. I hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.